Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington football team. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check, 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 check.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds McLaurin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert. On 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
It's Washington 7, Raiders 0.
Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders nothing.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He's not going to get me.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
10 at the 43-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Running with Howard. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Howard, the ball
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
42-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Cleveland Burrow.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw his car. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. Mike, 55.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That's caught by Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Switch up.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And Green with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. We want this. Back.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Damon Arnett. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second and 9 now. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From just shy of midfield, Carr, he'll let this go deep for Rook. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35.
That's good.
Big yardage that time for Washington. And even 40 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
55, come on, guys, 55. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check 9, check 9. Bang, 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 bang. No, check.
This is Howard on the toss right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Howard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Crunch, slam.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Turnover.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Operating from the gun. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
It's a gain of 56 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Carr. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Number 11, Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Raiders 31, Washington 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And 6.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
brings up second.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
On second down, Jacobs. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now Carr. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. Here's a quick throw right side, and he is going to lose yardage here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. From the 40 now on second down. Carr, catch made. It's Moreau. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Las Vegas, first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On first down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Washington, 13.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, it's Howard. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th
and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw now on first down. But they'll drop this underneath to Howard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Don't get nervous. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. You ain't got nothing.
Back to throw again. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Bandit. Mike 55. Let's go, D. Mark 55.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Throwing his car on third down. He'll let this go deep for... He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he finds Howard complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Lions are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.